prior videos, we've talked about the difficulties in the construction industry for building new homes or remodels or additions, having to do with supply chain issues and also labor issues where there's not enough workers to be able to complete projects. A lot of times the question comes up on labor issues is pay rates. Is the pay rate sufficient to hire good employees? Many times the question comes down to, well, there's enough workers, it's just that they're not being paid enough to do the jobs. So let's take a look at it from another perspective. From a worker standpoint or an employee standpoint, what is the correct amount that contractors and companies should be paying? Put your comments below of what you think that a fair and appropriate labor rate should be, and look at it from the standpoint of a couple different angles. First of all, what is your job and role in the construction industry? Are you a framer? Are you an electrician? Are you a plumber? Are you a sheetrocker? Are you a painter? Put in the comment what is your role that you're familiar with and what is the labor rate that should be paid in order to get employees. Companies should know what they should be paying. If you, from an employee standpoint, are aware of what it would take to get large numbers of employees to show up and do work, let the public know in the comments. Let potential employers know in the comments. If they're underpaying, and that's the reason why they can't get help, let them know. What is the rate that should be paid in order to get quality employees that will stay at their role? Not what it takes just to get somebody to show up and then maybe they find something better. What is a good, fair, solid wage for these different roles? And obviously some of it's going to depend on geography. Some's going to depend on the actual skill set. Obviously a licensed, experienced electrician is going to get more than maybe a framer or a sheetrocker. But they're all skilled trades. They all have value in the construction industry. So what is the rate that should be paid so that the employer can get success in filling their payroll with quality employees? Now, after you do that, let us know what are you seeing is being offered in your area so we can see the difference. So if you say that the employee should be paying this much, but right now the labor rate is lower that's being paid, that will help the construction industry understand where the gap is, where is there a deficiency. And if you know as a skilled, experienced contractor or a skilled, experienced tradesperson, what it would take to get people like you to be dedicated to an employer. Obviously the employer has to have other things. It's not just money. It has to be a good place to work, good quality management, quality jobs, maybe other benefits to the employment, maybe other features of that job role that are important. But let's just start with the pay for now. Assuming all the other things are good, what is the pay rate that would fill up one employer over another? What that will do is that will help a contractor know what it would take to be competitive, so they can basically corner the market on skilled tradespeople and have them all work for them rather than somebody else. What is that magic number? What is the number that you feel would be good in your area too? Obviously some parts of the country may vary a little bit from one or another, but what is that rate for these different roles? And we're going to use this informal poll to get an idea of what the labor rate that's appropriate and fair to pay a quality, skilled, experienced tradesperson that will be dedicated and dependable for that particular employer. And that's part of the thing that maybe employers aren't missing out on. If they're having trouble retaining people, maybe it's because they're not paying enough. So what is that magic number? Let us know in the comments. Put what trade or skill you're talking about, but then also what geographic area it is. That way the public and contractors can know what it's going to take for them to get very good quality skilled contractors to work for them.